Okay, so good morning, everybody, and welcome to this session.
Good
My
morning.
name is
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, so as you know, my name is Elcio Souza. It's a pleasure to have you all here. And this session is being recorded, so remember to, as you have been informed, so just give me the thumbs up to say that you are aware and you agree that the session is being recorded. Good morning, Luana. How are you?
Hello, Elcio. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Okay. So step number one, does everybody have the worksheet, the handout that I sent you via email? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the second point here is that we have to go over the outcomes from this session, and here they are. Yeah, the name of the session is Promoting and Validating Students' Voice in EFL Classes. And our outcomes are the ones we can see on the screen. So Maura, can you read the first one for everybody?
Yeah, sure. Identify which practices help or hinder the promotion and validation of their students' voice.
Thank you very much. Jaime, the second.
Use nominating in discussions to promote equal opportunity for their students' voice to be heard, both in paired and small group discussions, and also by all peers in the main group.
Fantastic. Luana, can you try the third one, please?
Sure. Notice how to empower their students' voice by applying a learning management technique. For example, asking students to decide whether answers and concepts are correct and appropriate.
Thank you so much. Bianca, number 4.
Notice how recalling a student's contribution, giving her, him credit for it, a validating technique, promotes and validates that student's voice.
Thank you so much. And Larissa, the last one, please.
Reflect on their own teaching practices and implement new techniques to promote and validate their students' voice.
Fantastic. So let's get started. Can you see the little 2 people talking at the top?
Yeah.
If you look at your handout, you will see the same icon. That icon shows the first task. It's page 1, task 1, discussion questions. Yeah. In your worksheet, you will see 3 questions, the same 3 questions on the screen. Good morning, Ayala. So the first one is a very easy question with 3 options. You just mark the option that is correct. Number 2, you may jot down more than 1 idea. Yeah, 2, 3 ideas that you have over there. And number 3, again, 2, 3 ideas that you might have over there. This is a reflecting moment. You're supposed to think about it. And again, if you feel it's easy to remember later, write down the answers on your worksheet so that you may discuss them with a peer. So, Jaime, are we supposed to talk or reflect right now?
To answer the questions, right?
Very nice, very nice. And Tanius, in number 2 and number 3, is it a good idea to write more than 1 option?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. So 2 minutes, everybody, have fun. Okay, are we ready to discuss? Yeah,
Mhm.
so please, in your groups, talk about it for about 5 more minutes, check your answers, and add your opinion to it. Have fun. Great discussions. They were really good.
Yes.
So there we go. And Natalia, can you give us the letter to number 1? Which is the right answer?
Letter C.
Okay,
Students' opinion.
Thank you so much. Does everybody agree?
Yes,
Yes,
I agree.
fantastic. Okay, great. And Maura, how about number 2? What is one thing that you think silenced students' voice?
Yeah, we were discussing, Deborah and me, about the teacher being self-centered and dominating the conversation and over interrupting the students. Yes.
Okay. Okay, does everybody have the same feeling? Yeah. Oh, perfect. So in group 1, it was Luana, Natalia, and Tanius. Natalia, what do you think? Can you give us another?
We discussed that we don't need to agree always, but we don't need to judge the opinions of the students.
So teachers judging students.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. In the second group, Bianca and Larissa, who would like to contribute?
We talked about similar things, but we also talked about not paying attention. Like the student starts talking and you start thinking about something else or doing another thing, and the student will feel like what's the purpose of my talking?
Yes, that's a very good question, actually. Okay. In group 3, it was Jaime and Marilu, who would like to contribute one more.
Okay, I said if you don't prepare them before the task, if you don't do a good warm-up, yes. The instructions also, no ice cues, yes. And I also put the anxiety of the teacher, that's the over-interruption, right?
Okay, perfect. And in the next group, that's Deborah and Nayara. Anything else?
No, it said almost the same things and also correcting them all the time.
Okay, okay. Okay, so let's move on to number 3. What do you think promotes students' voice in the classroom? So group 5, Maura and Monica.
Yeah.
We've talked, we've
Go
talked
on.
about having active listening. I think it goes with the silence voice when we don't listen to them actively and don't give them, don't listen, really listening to their opinions and their views in order to be aware of what they want to say. And one thing that Maura said that I thought was wonderful is even at the moment when you rephrase what they have just said, it's important because they know that you're really listening to them.
Okay, very nice. Thank you so much. Luana, Natalia, and Tanius, another person to comment?
We talked about encouraging them to give their opinions by having empathy. So even if you disagree with them, showing that you understand instead of saying no. Yeah, saying no is a big thing to not do.
Okay. So the teacher says no. Okay. Thank you so much. Group 2, Bianca and Larissa. So Larissa now.
We were talking about remembering things that they say. We do have a lot of students. It's impossible to remember everything, but just some details that you can mention later, for example, that will show them that you paid attention, that you care, that it wasn't just an exercise with no purpose, for example.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Okay. And then group 3, Jaime and Marilu. Marilu, please.
Instead of answering a question right away, the teacher could redirect the question to the group and see if other students can give an answer or maybe discuss it before we really answer the question.
Thank you. That's great. Deborah and Nayara. Deborah, now, do you have any comments?
Okay, yeah. Nayara mentioned overcorrecting. One of the things we can do is ask how they want procedures to be done in class. Like, how would you like to be corrected? How much time do you think you need to do this activity? So asking their opinion on procedures in class, and when you send them to, like you're doing right now, when you send them to breakout rooms, getting them to report on their peers, and summarizing the discussions they had.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Maura and Monica, any last comments?
Did you talk to me?
Yes, Maura, please. Any last comments?
No,
None?
I was just
Okay.
checking. It's okay.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I think,
Oh, yeah, in fact,
yes.
yes. And one that I struggled a lot during my career is to practice waiting time. Yes.
Oh, great.
I was so anxious to because of the amount we have an hour. We have a time limit. So
yes,
this
this is
was,
important.
yeah.
Thank you so much. That was very, very good outcome. We reached the points that we should reach. Congratulations on you all. Your comments were fantastic. So let's continue digging into this. In the next part, do you see correct and wrong at the top? Yeah, a check and an X. So your task should have the same symbol, the same icon on your worksheet. It's page 1, task 2. Yeah. There are a series of samples. So Luana, how many samples can we see in total?
We can see 6 samples.
Okay, very nice. So your job now is to go over the samples and to decide which one promotes students' voice and validates their voice in the classroom. So 5 of them will not promote, 1 of them will. This is your job 1, find the one that does. And then job 2, with the rest of your time, you may go back to the bad ones and try to fix them, tweak them a little to make them be better at promoting students' voice in the lesson. So Tanyus, can you please tell us what to do?
Yes. First, find the one answer which promotes students' voice, and if we have enough time, write a correction for the other ones that don't.
Okay, so you have about 5 minutes for that. Have fun. That was really good. You were awesome. So remember that the main task was to identify the good one. If you had a chance to fix all the other 5, congratulations. If you didn't have a chance to go over all of them, no problems at all. We can do it now together, okay? So look at your toolbar, click on the chat and write the letter which is correct, the letter that promotes and validates students' voice in the lesson. Let's see if we all have the same answers. Yes, everybody goes to C. That's fantastic. Yes. So there is a saying in English that says great minds think alike, right? I think that, yeah, this is the case here. So there we go. Nayara, could you please justify? Could you help us understand why letter C is the right one?
Because we let them talk, and when we ask them to share the good idea, they feel more comfortable and confident to share it.
Does everybody agree? Yes, okay. And then letter A was a bit atrocious. Monica, can you tell us why?
We have been talking about this letter A, and we said that everybody has a Jane in their classrooms, right? So it is really important to name names to make everybody part of the exercise or the activity. So it's important to call their names for everybody to have the opportunity to talk.
Very nice, very nice. Does everybody have the same opinion? Yeah, and there is even a term in teaching for that. Who can tell me the term? What verb can we say that means to call somebody's name to answer a question? That is to?
Nominate.
Very nice, to nominate. So we can nominate students at all times. Yeah.
And sometimes there are classrooms that have no Janes, which makes it even worse because then it's a very uncomfortable silence where everybody just stays quiet.
Yes. Yeah, I always nominate, so I don't have that problem anymore. But if I got into a room and nobody said anything, I would look at them and say, okay, we can wait for 5 hours. I'm not giving you the answer. Yeah, you have to contribute. Yeah, okay. How about B, Luana? Why is it bad?
Let me check here. Oh, yes. Several students picked. Oh, again, I think nominating the student would solve that problem.
Okay.
Because we have lots of people talking at the same time, so it's unclear. So again, I would use nomination.
Very nice. Everybody with the same feeling? Yeah, great. And
We
also,
also-
if yes,
Sorry.
please.
We also talk about asking the students who are talking simultaneously to repeat their answer so that the teacher
Okay.
wouldn't say that if the correct answer and then a student would say, oh, I said that. No, ask the students to repeat and then you can
Perfect.
see which one said the correct answer.
Yeah, so identify the one who had the right answer and give him credit for that. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you've made the first mistake, there are ways to correct it.
Yes.
If you dominate, none of that is gonna happen. But if you don't, then yeah, correct it.
Yeah. But if for any reason suddenly you feel compelled to confirm the right answer, and then you notice what you have done, that's not a problem. Just remember to give credit. So the right answer is B, according to Marilu. Marilu said that, right? Thank you, Marilu. So always remember to give the student credit for what they have said. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Please do.
Elcio, if the answer is wrong, or even if the answer is right, let's say one student gives the answer, throw it back to the group. Does everybody agree? Or nominate and ask if they agree or not. So that way a peer can validate the answer as well. And then we confirm it.
Very nice, very nice. This is to delegate power. This really promotes voice and validates voice. Like you have the power to decide. That's really great. Okay, and Maura, what do you think about D?
D. Simultaneous. Okay. In fact, yes, most of them, even including D, we discussed that it needs organization. Yes. from the teacher. Organize, nominate, frame exactly what you expect to do. And if you don't understand an answer, you ask for clarification. I included this in the word organization. Organize
Yes.
and frame your class. Yes.
Okay. Does everybody agree with that? Yeah. Do you all feel that nominating would also solve this problem? Yeah, very easily. Okay. And the letter E. And Natalia, what can you tell us?
We were talking about that there's no shame if you don't know, but just say it that you don't know and you're gonna check and come back. So the problem is just don't answer at all. So answer that you don't know, you're gonna check it.
Okay, so I agree with that. Does everybody have the same feeling? This is one end of this bargain. There is another one which Monica mentioned with the active listening in the previous task. Yeah, you need to pay attention and you need to check it. And Jaime, Deborah, please.
Marilu said something that I think makes a lot of sense. When a student asks you a question, it's interesting to reformulate that question to ensure that you're answering what the student wants.
Oh, perfect.
I
So
thought that was brilliant. Yeah, you check. So, you want to know this, and then the student can say, no, I want to know that. So reformulating what the student is asking to ensure you know what they want.
Very nice, great. And Jaime, you mentioned something about after you answer. What was that again?
Maybe the teacher knows the answer, the teacher explains, but the student doesn't understand that. And then the idea here is to find evidence, CCQs, to check, right? In the beginning of my career, I usually ask it, did you understand? And I think that's not the best.
Because the answer is always going to be yes or silence.
Yes.
It's never going to be no.
Okay, fantastic. And let's confess here. Who has ever said one of those sentences?
Oh, all the time. Definitely.
Yeah, but not anymore, right? Today we know it better. Yes. Okay. So what's the problem with that, Tanis?
It's very negative. It's kind of judgmental. So no, you're wrong. It makes the student feel bad, and we shouldn't do that.
Do we all agree on that? Yeah, fantastic. So let's go deeper. In the next task, that's on page 2, task 3, you will see the icon of the lady having to choose between A and B. There are some grids on that page. How many grids, Larissa? On your worksheet, how many grids do you see?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Grades?
Grids, like boxes with a,
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8?
Okay, but separate boxes?
2?
Yeah. Okay. Does everybody see 2 or 3?
It's 3.
3. Yeah. If you look at page 2, there's one box at the top.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Great. So let's try the first grid together. Yeah, the first box together. So look at the box. Do you see one version of a dialogue of a class transcript or 2 versions of the same transcript?
2 versions.
2 versions.
Okay, so take 1 minute to read silently both versions and identify a difference in your mind. Let's do that. All right?
Yeah.
Great. So if you look at your toolbar, there is a part called reactions. If you can, it usually looks like a heart or a double heart. If you cannot find it, you can click on more, and then in more, you will find reactions. It's funny because now I cannot find mine.
I can't find it either.
Yeah, if you have found it, fantastic. If you haven't, no problems. You can use your hands. Yeah. So if you think version A is the one that best promotes students' voice in the classroom, you are going to click on the green check. If you think, or a thumbs up. If you think that version A is not the good one at promoting students' voice, you're gonna go for thumbs down or the red X. And yes, Luana is already showing her answer. Good. Everybody can show it. If you haven't found it, you can show with your hands. Use your hands.
Okay, no,
like
no
me.
pain, no.
No, no. Oh, okay. Very nice. So does everybody agree that B is the best one?
B.
Yes. Okay. Nayara, can you tell us why?
Because we are checking everybody's answer and asking for help to the student who has difficulty.
And as Deborah said in the previous task, we are delegating power. So they have to say whether answers are right or wrong, not us. Yeah, and Deborah, would you like to make a comment on the last line?
Choose a friend to help you. Is that it?
No, the right answer is yes, choose a friend to help you. Why do you like that part?
Because I think it's not you giving the answer, but it's asking someone to help the other so they can realize they can use other people in the group to reach an outcome. They don't depend on you. Totally.
Very nice. Very nice. So that promotes not only rapport between teachers and students, but also rapport between students. They learn to trust each other and to learn from each other, collaborative learning and cooperative learning. That's very important to enhance learning in the lesson. Okay, great. So now that you know how to go about it, there are transcripts 2 and transcripts 3 on your page. Yeah, go back to your groups and have fun with them. So Maura, do you remember what we need to do?
Yes, to do the same thing. Look at the both versions and choose the one that validates the student's voice better.
Okay, have fun. That was easy. Okay. So there we go. Marilu, what can you tell us about extract 2? Which option do you think is the better one?
We all agree that B is the better version.
Okay. Does everybody have B?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, fantastic. Marilu, why?
Because the teacher doesn't talk too much, redirects the question to the group, asks if the group agreed, and nominates students.
Okay, that's fantastic. Does everybody have anything else to add? Yeah, if you notice, that also gives us a very positive side effect, which is to reduce teacher talking time.
Ah, yes.
Yes, your voice is not all over the place anymore. Yeah, so it's you just transfer it. Okay, thank you. Another, and your voice is not there. So that's a very good point. Any other comments before we move to number 3? Nope. Oh, fantastic.
Number 3?
Yes, extract 3. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, great. So Natalia, what was the answer in your group?
We choose the version A.
Okay, everybody A? Yes, great. Natalia, can you tell us why, please?
Yes, the difference is because the version A, the teacher said the student's opinion, and the
Okay.
version B, the teacher is giving his opinion.
Okay, okay. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes, Elcio, we have a question. Would you like to say, Mara?
No, please go.
Yeah, in the first version, the word though, we didn't agree much because as it is for opposing ideas. Yes, why did he say though in this comment?
Yeah.
Okay, because all the answers were good. This is my interpretation. I don't know what was in that teacher's mind. But all the answers were good, but only one of them was related to health matters. Because yeah, place some food on the plate is the process. Yeah, sit at a table is the process. One of them is talking about health. Maybe the discussion was about health. Maybe the context of the lesson was about health issues. But does everybody agree we could also omit that though if we were in that place? Yeah, we could simply say, okay, for health matters. Yeah, you don't need that though. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Very good comment. Thank you very much. Any other comments? Nope. So I think the core here is giving the students credit, right? We must remember to give them credit all the time. Okay. So this is it. Okay, this is task number 4. This is your sweet homework. There is a whole dialogue over there that's on page 3. You can read it and then you think if it promotes and validates students' voice. If it does, why? And then it's a good reflection. If you feel like sharing your answers with me, you can always write to me and then I will discuss your answers with you. And on the last page, page 4, wait a minute, here we are. Oh, yes, page 4, that's the reading I used in order to build this workshop, okay? So it's good reading. I suggest you read that too. It's very good reading to do. Right now in your groups, share what you have learned from this session. What is the takeaway? What are you taking away with you from today? Try to do it from the heart without looking at your handout, at your worksheet. Let's see what has really stuck in your mind. And then we're going to be back in 1 minute. This is quick. Have fun. Very good discussion. I was really glad to see the outcomes that you had, the takeaways that you have with you. So these were the learning outcomes for our session today: to identify which practices help or hinder the promotion and validation of their students' voice, to use nominating in discussions to promote equal opportunity for their students' voice to be heard, both in paired and small group discussions, and also by all peers in the main group. To notice to empower their students' voice by applying a learning management technique, that is, asking students to decide whether answers or concepts are correct and appropriate. To notice how recalling a student's contribution, giving her or her credit for it, which is the validation technique, and how that promotes the student's voice in the lesson. And to reflect on those practices and please implement them in the ones in the lessons that you teach. Thank you very, very much for your participation, and I hope to see you around. Okay.
Thank you,
very much.
Elcio.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Elcio.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.